Welcome to Harmony Spiritual Center. We've already talked about who we are. We are a center that we're here to grow and to love one another, to practice the actions that we talk about. And we talk about it a lot, but actions speak louder. And so we always talk about what is ours to do, what's next, where are we going with this? And so that's what we do here, together, learn our principles, choosing to love and to grow. God is all, and we are individualized expressions of the one love. Let me turn this thing off. PJ, get on with it. Can you hear that? So last week we talked about loving what is. And that is just accepting what is, accepting who you are, that it means that you are okay with who you are, with who others are, and that we're on our way, and they're on their way, always, to becoming. We're always on the way, on the road to becoming. We're never going to be there. There's no reason, because there's always more. There's always more. And so we are looking at that and loving where we are and not worrying about what's out there. We'll just keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward, whatever that looks like for each and every one of us individually. What does looking forward look like in our lives? So that's what we talked about last week, just loving what is. This week, I want to talk about awakening to new beginnings, because we are always beginning again. There's always something new. There's always renewal. There's refreshment. There's always something to awaken to and accept who we are in every season. Every season brings something different, every season of our lives. Can you imagine at this age, and we won't talk about what age this is, but you know how I am, me acting like a teenager, which I do sometimes, but ignore that. What I'm saying is that we have a season to be in, and so we just want to accept that instead of pushing against it, oh my gosh, I'm getting so old, whatever it is, hair is turning gray, and this is the season. Thank God you have gotten to the age where your hair can grow old, can grow gray. That's fine, because with that growing of gray hair, it comes the knowledge and all the experiences that you've had and what you get to share. A lot of the members of my family, the younger ones, love to just sit around and talk with me. And the reason why, I believe, is because I'm calm. Not that you've seen, but I am calm. I can be calm, and just sit with them and talk about what I see in terms of what I believe their gifts are, what they contribute to the world, and that they're okay. Wherever they're doing it, whatever is happening right now, it's okay. They're still loved and loved. And that's what we get to do. Do you get that? I mean, that's what we get to do with others, is to constantly see the truth of who they are. I don't know any greater gift, really, than to look at someone and say, I see you, you are worthy, I love you. It's as simple as that. It really is. That's all we're looking for. That's what that song, One Love, was about. That was about me writing the song, because I understood that there were people who didn't realize that they were loved, that they were not only capable of loving, but worthy of being loved. And that's what the song was about, and is always about whenever I sing it, to know that point. So what we're doing here is just that we're just both accepting what is new in our lives, because part of the problem for us as adults, or even probably as kids, I don't know, we want new things. We really do. We want to see what's coming next, but we want it to come the way we're used to it. We want to come the way with things we already know. When it comes to having to learn something new, it's like, oh, wait, you want me to learn something new? I thought we were going to do this the old way. Well, no. We're going to learn something new. And so that's kind of frightening. And so that's what we do, is we're constantly learning new things and understanding that life is interesting, and it seems to be contradictory, but it isn't. We want to grow as long as we don't have to change. We don't want any of that change in business, but we do want growth because we're comfortable, and that's okay. That's what we do. But life calls upon us to change and to adjust to what is. So Jason, my ex-husband, called me the other day, and he said, he wanted to know, when we separated, we had 2 bank accounts. We had the Wells Fargo account, which was his. Wells Fargo started in California, and it was some Sun Bank or whatever it was called. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, and it's all these iterations, so Wells Fargo is still that bank. And it was always his account that he got in college. Chase was my account because that's where my son worked, which, of course, now he works at Wells Fargo, but that's another story. So my account was Chase. So when we separated, naturally, his was Wells Fargo and mine was Chase. There's no problem, nothing about that. But he called me and he said, hey, did you know that your name is still on the Wells Fargo account? And I said, yeah, your name is still on the Chase account. There's no reason. I know it was mine, I know it's his. I never go into the Wells Fargo account. He obviously doesn't even know he's on the Chase account, so he doesn't go into that. But he said, I'm going out of country and I'm looking for some kind of partial residency, whatever. And he has to have a bank account and this and that. And so he needs my name off the account. So he's the only one that's responsible for the money that's in there. And I was thinking, huh? What? No, my name off the account. Well, hello. It's not my account. Hasn't been my account. I haven't been in the account for 20 years. But now because he said, I'm taking your name off the account. Hey, hang on, what? Change? What's that about? It's about nothing. I had to talk myself down. And of course, I said all the right things on the phone. Oh, sure, yeah, we can do that, no problem. And then later I'm like, why did I do that? What is it to you? What's it to you? What's it to you? So we're constantly having to talk with ourselves because for whatever reason, I don't really know why, but when change comes up, whoa, that happens. It's an automatic, wait a minute, I like things the way they were. Well, the way things were was exactly what he's asking for. It's how it's always been. You're just officially taking your name off of an account you haven't used for over 20 years. So what's the problem? What's the problem? There is none. But this is how we have to talk to ourselves. So when something comes up and goes, wait a minute, what's that about? You have to go, what do you mean? It's about what you're asking for. It's about what you've already done. It's how you move forward. So the automatic reaction of fear, something's going to happen that I don't, what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Because here's the bottom line for me, and actually the bottom line for all of us. Spirit is in charge. It doesn't matter what anyone else does. What I know is that Spirit's always leading me down the right road. Always. And so I always ask Spirit, when my mind is doing something stupid, the amygdala is all afraid and is saying, no, you can't do it. That right there. Take a breath. Spirit, what's this about? I ask this question all the time. So whatever your relationship with Spirit is, however that works, I talk with Spirit just like I'm talking to you right now. So it's a very personal relationship, but your relationship doesn't have to be like mine is. It's just have one. Because that's where peace is. Peace is in your knowing Spirit is in charge. And that you can call on Spirit. Spirit's already there. Already in the midst of whatever is happening for you, to you, whatever. Already there. So all you have to do is go, what's this about? What's my role in this? How do I move forward? And this is Spirit talking to me, girl, stop acting crazy. You are, because Spirit knows I act crazy. This is my friend. And talks to me like we're old friends. And he says that to me. And it's a male voice for me. Stop acting crazy. This is something you've already done. Just let it go. It's not yours. You didn't want it. You don't want the person in your life. So what are you talking about? Yeah, what am I talking about? You're right. You're right. So we have these conversations, and that's what it is. So new beginnings. It's about releasing some things, letting some things go. We already said that. That's what we wanted. And it has worked out beautifully. So there's no point in hanging on to vestiges of what used to be. Let it go. Let it go. And this is how you do it. And the question that I ask myself a lot, and I encourage you to do the same thing, is to ask this, what's mine to do? There's a lot of questions that you can ask yourself, but that is a great one. What is mine? What is mine to do? I ask Spirit that question all the time so that I can stop letting my mind get wrapped up in fear or whatever it is wrapped up in, and just ask that simple question, what's mine to do? What is mine to do? So how do you stay calm and move forward? Because we're always moving forward. We're always becoming something more, something greater. That's what we're here to do, is evolve. Yeah, we're always evolving. And the next evolution for us is going to be something we don't quite know how to do, but we know what Spirit does. That's the comforting thing for me. That's where the peace comes in. So the questions I ask myself, or we can ask ourselves, you can ask yourself, as you're moving forward, that question, what's mine to do? Who am I now? Okay? You can write this down. You can listen to it later on YouTube. These are good questions, and you want to ask yourself all the time. What's mine to do? Who am I now? Who do I want to become? Who do I want to become? Because as you're asking yourself those questions, Spirit is leading you down the path of saying, this is how you become that. This is what's yours to do now. So you ask yourselves the questions so that the answers are clear to you. So you're not, because what happens is there's a lot of noise. Anybody have noise in their head? And your mind just okay, just going. But to calm that noise down and to get clear answers, you ask clear questions. And just easy questions. What's mine to do? Who am I now? Who am I becoming? And the one that I talk about all the time, what matters to me? So that's about what your values are. What matters to me? What matters to you, what your values are, we talk about this so much you're probably sick of hearing me say it, but I'm going to say it every time anyway, because it's important. It's important that you know who you are, because, and I only do like the top 5, because the top 5 values, all the other values should be subsumed under those. And all you got to do is remember the top 5. And the first one, for me, is God is. If God isn't over everything that I do, what is the point? I have to have that confidence to know that whatever I'm involved in, whatever craziness might be trying to happen, whatever craziness I'm trying to do, I can call on Spirit, go, okay, Lord, what's going on here? What's happening? What's mine to do? So that's the first one. The second one, and these again for me, the courage to do what Spirit's telling you to do. Because here's what we do. We ask Spirit, what do I want us to do here? And Spirit tells you, well, do this. And you go, I'm sorry, what? What do you mean? How is that supposed to happen? I'm sorry, how is that your business? You asked me what to do. And I'm telling you, do this. Why would Spirit tell you to do something and then not give you the steps to do it? That's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. So you can be confident that you can ask Spirit, what's mine to do? Spirit tells you, and that's okay, you can argue, because I argue with Spirit all the time. What are you talking about? What do you mean? I mean what I just said. Do this. Fine. Fine. And then we'll give you the steps, and you won't see the unfolding until you take the first step. It doesn't unfold and then you step. Do you understand that? You step. There's a. I never remember this movie. You always remember it. It's a Harrison Ford movie. Raiders. It's a Raiders movie, and he's running through a cave or something. Comes to a big old hole, and there's a whole valley. He can't get across the other side, and there's a sign on the wall, and it's written in some kind of Arabic. I don't know what it is, but essentially it's saying, take a leap, and was it? So it's basically a step out of faith. There's a step out, and the path will appear. And so it was nothing there, but he had to take faith. And when he stepped out, the bridge lit up, and he could see the bridge to the other side. That's how we do it. So I always imagine that. Like every time I want to do something, there's a valley here that I've got to go across, and you're telling there's a canyon in front of me, and you're telling me to step out? Yeah, that's what faith looks like. That's what faith looks like. Step out, and it will appear. Okay? So God doesn't tell you all the stuff. Because you know why? Do you know why God doesn't tell you all the stuff, all the steps? Because you'd freak out. You don't know how to do those steps. You only know the one step he, she, it, however you want to think of God. Only giving you the one. And you're already having a hard time with the one. So why would he lay out all 10 of them? You're not going to understand how all 10 of them will work because you're not there yet. So just do the one step. That's all Spirit's ever asking you to do. You ask Spirit for something, he'll give you one step to do it. When you take that step, you'll get the other one. And then next, however it does until you end up. But here's how faith builds. You take the step. You see how it worked. And then it's not as hard to take the next step because you know Spirit's with you. So that's what we talk about. That's what we do. That's how we move forward. And I had a story here for you. This is story number 2. What? I'm reading my marks here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've already talked about that. So here's the point that I want to share with you. What's the one next step? That's all you need to know. Just what's the one next step? And you don't have to worry about it. One of the things that we think about is, I should be there already. Whatever there is, whatever the goal is you're trying to do, I should be there already. It's taking too long. What do you mean, too long? It's taking what it takes. It's taking what it takes. So how long it takes, again, is not your concern, because you don't know what all has to be prepared in order for you to get down that road. You don't know what people have to move in and out of your life to help that happen. You know, Spirit moves through every individualized expression of himself in this life. And if Spirit tells me something like, oh, gift card of, $50. And I'm like, what? For what? I'm giving card of $50. I need that $50. And Spirit goes, okay, fine. Gift card of $50. Until the person gives $50. You understand? You don't have to do what Spirit's telling you to do. Spirit will use every one of his individualized expressions, and the person who does what Spirit is asking them to do is the person that you're going to be meeting. That's okay. It's all right. That's why it takes time, because everybody has to say yes. Everybody on the path has to say yes. That's why. So it doesn't matter about how long. It's going to get there. Just keep moving forward. That's all you got to do. Just keep moving forward. Keep responding. Keep saying yes. So that's what we do. A.A. Milne, the writer of Winnie the Pooh, he says, the river knows this. There is no hurry. We shall get there someday. And you will get there. There's no hurry. Life is life. My friend said, life be lifing. Life's. It doesn't matter. So us getting all excited about how long it takes, enjoy every day and know who you are. You're an individualized expression, and God loves you. And whatever you ask for is going to be brought to you by the other individualized expressions, because that's how God moves on this planet. Okay? That's how God moves on this planet. That's what's going on. There's always going to be, as long as you are breathing, there's going to be new beginnings, new paths for you to walk down. Jason calling me was just another step in completing the journey of letting go. And you don't know how many, when your heart is entangled with someone, you don't know how many threads there are to release it. You have none. But that's just another, and I didn't realize that there was a tie, but that's gone. I've released that. And I don't know if there'll be another one. But every one of them releases me to be free to do what's mine to do now. Everything that you release frees you up to do what is yours to do now. So don't worry about releasing things. Let them go. When it's time to go, it's time to go. You can't hang on to something it's past your time. It's past. Let it go. It's okay. Something new. Spirit has something great for you, always. Always. And your job is to say yes. We are going down this road of enlightenment all the time. And everything we do, every experience we have, shows us what's ours to do and how Spirit works in our lives. And Spirit works different for me in my life than in yours, simply because of who we are, individuals. And how I like to be talked to, how you like to be talked to, how you see things. Spirit works in that way. Let me just give you this final quote and then a final thought. There's never any need to hurry. I'm just repeating this one. There's never any need to be hurrying. We will get there someday. And someday will come, so don't worry about that. Let me give you my final thoughts on that. Life is just a journey. Well, you've heard that so many times, but you look back on your life and think about where you've been and where you are now. And it has been a journey. So then why wouldn't moving forward be a journey? It's all a journey. Okay? It's all a journey, so you don't have to worry about it. What I'm asking you to do, what I'm asking you to think about, is to enjoy each step of the way. Now, everything doesn't come easily. I get that. There are some things that are, because I'm a knucklehead. And some things, Spirit's trying to tell me something, I go, I'm arguing, and so it's harder to do because I'm arguing. All right? You can argue. Make it hard as you want, or easy as you want, up to you. And just some things happen. You know, this is life. We're in a physical planet. Things bump into each other. So there's wrecks, there's all kinds of things that go on. That's okay. That's okay. To just know that you're on the road, take the step, do the best you can to stay in the moment. If I can give you no other advice, if you don't take anything else away from this talk today, be in the moment you're in. So instead of being here and wondering, what's happening over there? I can't wait to get out and go, you completely lost this moment and these people that you're around. So be in this moment. Whatever this moment is, be there, because that's your life unfolding in front of you. You don't want to miss it. The other thing is talking and being with Spirit. However you see that Spirit, every single day allows you to, and allows Spirit to speak with you every step that you're on, every moment of the day. Spirit is there, guiding you, talking to you, bringing you truth and peace. Is there anything else in this life that we want besides moving forward? Is to have the peace in our lives as we move forward. That's what you get. I believe that's how life is lived. Peace in every moment. And so it is.